All right. Good afternoon, NADA, and thanks for spending some time here at the Dominion DMS booth. On our partner stage, we have Calendar Systems, and I'm speaking to Greg Wood, who is the co-founder. And we switched places, so this is the first time that I've been on this side of the stage. So hopefully I won't turn this way too often. But Greg, welcome. I'm excited to hear what Calendar Systems has to offer to dealers. And I know you started by telling me it's a little bit of an old school idea, but it still has a lot of application for dealers. So
yes,
we're excited to hear about it. I'm going to go ahead and advance us to one of your slides here. And I know you brought some examples as well that you may want to.
I did.
Okay.
I did. And so it'll be kind of hard to hold the mic and do this all this apparatus stuff. But you know, really, Calendar Systems is a company that's built around word-of-mouth advertising.
Okay.
So if you think about when we started in 1984, the number one form of advertising was word of mouth.
Yeah.
But if you would ask anybody what was the number one form, they would probably say newspaper, or radio, or TV, which were all true. But if you would go back and look at any sort of statistical analysis, you would see that word of mouth was always number one, newspaper was number two, radio was number three, and TV was number four, right? And so today, swing all the way forward from when we started in '84, word of mouth advertising is still the number one form of advertising. We just call it different things today. We call it the internet, or we call it social media, right? But what in essence is word of mouth? It's just me telling you what a good experience I had, or what a nice job somebody did for me, right? But today, it's just, you know, we've got a new platform, and it's the digital space.
Yeah.
And so we still have the opportunity to make what we call a personalized photo calendar. So at time of delivery, we have salespeople take a photo. Hopefully it's a great photo or it's a memorable photo. And then we make a personalized photo calendar for that customer. And within that calendar package is a nice thank you letter. There's a nice little service card. There's an opportunity a year from now to get an anniversary card, which celebrates the first year of ownership. We also provide resource tools for the salespeople, and we can talk about that in a minute. But those resource tools are the opportunity for them to create relationships with their customers, because we really feel like if a dealership has spent money to get a customer in, it's important to retain that customer, right? Because it costs you, I mean, I don't even know what the analysis is anymore, but I just read something in NADA in the magazine today that said it costs you 25 times more to get a new customer in than retain the customer you already have. Right? So that's what we've always been about. We've always been about relationship selling, retaining your customers, and more importantly, letting the customer tell their story. And so in '84, a personalized photo calendar was amazing. Right? It was personalized to you. It would hang in your home. People would come and see it. And I could sit on this stage right here and tell you story after story after story of success, right? But today, we can still provide that same calendar package, but we have the element of digital. And so when a salesperson uses our app to take the photo, we get the opportunity to email the customer their photo. We don't have to have permission to email anybody. We just email them their photo when we say, you know, here's your photo, please share your photo.
It's an Instagram-worthy photo.
Exactly. Now they're in charge, right? They're in charge of their photo. But within our app, and right next to you is an image of our app. And so when a salesperson uses our app today, they will just put in the customer's first name, last name, cell number, stock number. If they have a true co-buyer or spouse or significant other, they can put them in there as well. We have business name because, again, a lot of times we'll have DMS data arrive to us in a business name, even though the individual is related or associated with that business. It helps us in our matching process. And so we include that as well, but it's an option. Then they go ahead and take the photo. Once they take the photo, then they have the opportunity to ask the customer, hey, can I put your photo on the store's Facebook page? And if they say yes, then the photo is marked for social media. Right? And so then if the customer's photo is marked for social media, we have 4 platforms that we integrate with. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have
X,
formerly, and we always have to say, and formerly Twitter, which I'm thinking, why did they do that? But anyway, and then Pinterest.
Okay.
But the one that we post to and notify on is Facebook.
Okay.
So if the customer's photo lands on the store's Facebook page, we'll send an email. Congratulations, your photo is now showing on our Facebook page. Please click here.
Okay.
And that link takes them right back to their photo where they can like, share, or comment. So our little wheel here talks about using our CSI app.
I think you've got details on.
Yeah, come back one real quick. And then we'll jump.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure where the
We talk about our personalized calendar as the best billboard in town.
Okay.
Again, within our platform in the calendar package, we have the opportunity to provide referral cards, evidence manuals, which I brought in a sample of.
Okay.
And then again, at the end of the day, what do we really want? We really want happy customers to become raving fans, and that they will influence additional sales. So if you go to the next, slide, this is just an example of what we're trying to talk about within the digital space. So within the digital space, we will email the customer their photos. So in this example, you have a dealership in the last 90 days that has sent us 248 photos. They are getting to us a little over 75% of emails associated with those photos. And that particular email, which again, we call it a share invite email, it's here's your photo, please share, is getting opened in this particular instance almost 71% of the time.
Wow.
And so this open rate right here, I think indicates how successful we are in allowing the customer to become a raving fan, and become the influencer, to drive business back to the dealership, right? Which I think is really, really, really good. Here, this is where we're reporting back to the dealership, again, in that 90-day period. It's a rolling 90 days. Every day you're going to have a different percentage.
Oh, okay.
And this is, again, the same opportunity here. We had 86% of those photos landed on the store's Facebook page. Again, we're low on our emails, but we're still tracking in that same sort of, so 76% of those customers that we posted had an email address associated with that post. And those emails, which again, this is our Facebook notification email, congratulations, your photo is now showing on our Facebook page, please click here, was open 83% of the time. Okay. Which is huge.
Yes.
Which is huge. So we're taking the opportunity to have that happy customer within the Facebook platform come back in, okay? So this here is an example of 8 customers, right? Those 8 customers, if you add all of those up, is a little over 6,100 in reach. So Facebook is an opportunity to say how many people saw within reach, and if you go down engagement, how many people actually clicked around. And you can see in this particular customer, 157 post engagements, which is a huge number. Every once in a while, you'll hit a like almost like a unicorn. We actually have this back in we'll actually have it in this sales book too, but we were just following up with a store, and we were just encouraging, hey, you really need to do Facebook. You really need to take care of this. They had a customer that was 47,000 in reach.
Wow.
And just again, you never know, right?
Right, because I was going to look, this one's 1.5 thousand, right? Like, I mean, it is larger, but, so let me get it straight. So you take the picture at the dealership at the time they're getting their new vehicle just delivered to them.
Correct.
They say, yes, you can use it in social media. That picture gets posted on the dealership's website.
Correct.
And that that new buyer, that consumer, also gets a notification which links their Facebook account to the dealership's Facebook account, which then is where they get this reach. So the dealership gets the additional friends of whoever that person is, and then out of that 571, 9 of them actually then clicked around in the dealership face.
That's right. And here's the thing is, one of those clicks could have been back to the dealership website.
Right.
To look at inventory, right?
Right.
So I like to look at this reach column, not necessarily like friends, but viewership.
Yeah.
Right? You're creating viewership. That's really what you want.
Yeah.
Right? You want to create the opportunity to be seen, and great photos, happy photos, memorable photos are going to live longer somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I emailed the photo, let's reverse the role. Let's say you're the salesperson, I'm the customer, and you take the photo of me.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to email it to me. It's probably going to land on my family text. That's probably where it's going to go, because I'm not a really big social media person, right? I know how all this works, but I'd rather go play golf. I'd rather work in my yard. I'd rather grow a tomato. That's what I would rather do.
Okay.
But a lot of other people love
Right.
social media, right?
Right.
So, in this instance, this is where we talk about, a co-buyer. My wife and I come and purchase a new vehicle. You want to get her information as well. You
Right.
want to email her the link, because if you email her the link, she not only loves Facebook, but she loves Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to knock it out of the ballpark for you.
Right.
And again, that's where you have the opportunity within the digital space to really take advantage of that moment in time, which isn't going to happen very often.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it right, there's a lot of dealerships that are posting photos to Facebook. There's a lot of dealerships that are taking pictures of customers, but there's no functionality included within that, right? There's no opportunity to reach out and knock on the door and say, hey, here you go. And that's what we provide.
So what happens after this step 2, where we're sharing the picture?
Yeah, so this is coming back and talking about the personalized photo calendar.
Okay.
And we're just reminding, really, if you take a memorable photo, or you take a fun photo, or you take this red bow experience. We have a lot of dealerships that are doing red bow, right? They're making it a moment in time. Yeah. This is the personalized photo calendar.
Okay.
And this is our old school, approach to really your best billboard in town can be found in your customer's home. This is a personalized photo calendar. At the end of the second year, we invite the customer to come back in and pick up a calendar refill pad. So this refill pad right here they can keep coming back to your dealership 2 years, 4 years.
Okay.
All of this is going to stay the same, but they're going to come back. And what do we really want? We've taken the opportunity to make that relationship. We want them to keep coming back to see us.
Right.
And I'll tell you the best story about this is we've had a dealership in Kingman, Arizona. They've been with us for almost since the beginning. Still use our program to this day. So think about 1984 to today.
Right.
They're 40 years into this process. One day I walk into the dealership, and a lot of salespeople just know me as the calendar guy, right? So I walk in, and one of the salespeople comes up to me and says, hey, I love your program. And I said, well, yeah, tell me why. Why do you love calendar system? He says, I know when I'm going to sell a car. And I says, well, how do you know when you're going to sell a car for just meeting somebody for the very first time? He says, they come dressed up.
Oh, for their picture.
For their picture.
Yeah? No, that is a good story.
So you've created culture, right? You've created process. You've really worked hard with it. So anyway, so this is just reminding about, again, what we started at, how we built this to this day.
Okay.
This right here is an example of an evidence manual, okay?
Okay.
So let me just pull this out real fast. And this right here, and maybe you can show this for me, this is just an example of an evidence manual.
I can do Vanna White.
There you go, and just kind of flip through it. So just pull it to the next page. And this is where you have the opportunity, even in the dealership environment, if you have an evidence manual, or what we used to call a why buy here book,
Okay.
right? So this right here is an opportunity for a salesperson, because we provide each salesperson with a wallet photo that they can make a presentation at their desk that allows them the opportunity to sell in a referral situation 100% of the time. Well, what's a referral? It's just a happy customer telling a prospective customer what a good job you do. So this right here is an example of that, where these people are being influenced to buy their car today simply because somebody else said it was okay to buy, right? And that's another tool within the environment that we're saying, showcase your client success, right? So that happy customers become raving fans, not only in their home with the calendar, not only at work, right?
Yeah.
But within the digital space. And as a salesperson, if you're utilizing this, and let me just tell you, this is almost like a 2-sentence story. I'm in Dothan, Alabama, doing a follow-up sales meeting for a dealership. I always get to my dealerships early, right? I always want to be early for my meetings. And I walk in and I see over there's a salesperson. His name's Lou Harris. And Lou Harris has one of these sitting at his desk. And I just walked over, I said, Lou, man, that's one of the best I've ever seen. And he says this to me. He says, Greg, it's the best thing I've ever done. And he says the next sentence, which is, and if they don't know somebody in this book, they're related to somebody in this book. Right? Right?
Especially maybe in a smaller town environment.
Smaller town.
Yeah.
So town. Well, Dothan, Alabama is kind of the capital of the county, kind of the county seat.
Okay.
And so everybody's got to come to Dothan, right?
Yeah.
And so I just love that story because what it's saying is what we do, right?
Yeah.
We have the opportunity to let our happy customers become,
It's a great story.
influencers. Yeah.
It's a great story. All right. So those are the 6 steps to raving fans.
Yeah, 6 steps to success. But anyway, I did have some other slides here because I wanted to show this last slide was, obviously we sincerely appreciate the opportunity that you would highlight us here at NADA.
Absolutely.
And I also wanted to thank your team, right? Through this integration, it was very seamless, a very, very easy opportunity.
That's great.
for
I'm
us.
glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was really it was easy.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the partnership.
So are we. And as I tell all of our vendor partners, please let us know what else we can do, because our goal is to integrate as tightly to our vendor partners as possible to drive efficiency into the dealership processes for our mutual clients. So as you're thinking about developing other solutions or making changes to your offering, please don't forget to reach out and see if we can help in some way with additional data, because that really is our goal.
Well, I'll tell you what we try to do within the dealership environment is we try to remind them to make sure that they're filling in all the boxes. Because you can see we're, in that particular instance, only 75% in that 90-day rolling of email addresses.
Yeah.
So Sharon, I've been telling, from the moment email became a thing, I've been telling salespeople, get email addresses. And even today, everybody keeps telling me, well, text is better than email. I said, well, that's great. But email is still an important part of what we do.
It is.
And everybody keeps saying to me, well, we'd get a better open rate with a text than you would in email. Well, our numbers tell us because of that photo, right? The anticipation we build, people are opening up our emails.
That's true.
At a higher rate sometimes than a text.
Yeah.
So again, we're very grateful for the integration.
Well,
it really
thank you.
makes it easy. If I told you how we used to do it, you'd be like, wow, really?
So if dealers want to come see you at your Calendar Systems booth, you're that way, right?
We're this way and over there.
Okay, but you are in the West Hall.
We are.
And they can look at your manuals and maybe get some nuts.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we just brought you, this is one of our partners, and we just brought you some nice little gifts here,
I appreciate it.
And so we can share the same. We got plenty more for your team if you'd like.
Excellent.
So anyway, but yeah, we do sincerely appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Greg.
No,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
visiting with us today and spending some time with us.
Well, can I say one other thing I was going to tell you I thought was
absolutely.
really cool? Was I was on your Facebook page, and I noticed...
I don't have any pictures of me buying a vehicle.
No. What you do have is you're out there playing golf with dealers of the various associations.
Yes.
So I want to know how I can get invited to those opportunities, because I love to play golf, and so and we've actually built a career around playing golf.
Really?
With dealers.
Okay.
And I was like, well, that is such a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
To get there and to have fun with them, and you get the opportunity to really create relationships.
Yeah, exactly. They start to break down their walls a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll work on it for you. I'll work on it for you.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Appreciate
your
it.
time.
Absolutely.